Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or a lot of Virgo in your chart. And this won't be for everybody. It is technically for the week of November 3rd, but whenever it's resonating with you. Excuse me, I have to blow my nose. All right, so what I got from you, Virgo, when I was starting this reading was I was seeing you bending down to put on a pair of shoes. You're sitting there. On the right foot, oh, it's a tap dance shoe. And on the left foot, it is a ballroom shoe. Now, of course, one is clickety clack and very sharp, and one is often very slow and moving and glides along the floor. It feels to me like this is really speaking about the importance of being balanced in whatever decision you're making, because you've got two very different styles of dance there. So that for me says, is it going to be a tap dance or is it going to be a ballroom dance? Commit to one. But now how do you commit to one? And the first card that I get from you for you is the choice card. The choice card is basically saying we create our lives based on how we choose, and choice is always operating, even if it's unconscious. So you're being asked to look at this and say, okay, do I have two choices here? Do I have choices here? And if you have choices, if you're one of the ones that are making choices about something, it feels to me as though it's not just around a specific thing. It feels to me when I look at this as though when I feel this is that many of you are on the verge of really breaking through in a very powerful way to a foundational concept of yourself that you have taken for granted and now you're really questioning. So it's profound. It's not just, this is the kind of thing I do and I won't do it anymore. It goes much deeper than that. It feels like it goes to the foundation upon which your personality is built, and that one or two of the corners of that foundation are now shifting because you are now seeing yourself differently. You're being told, take a quantum leap of faith and trust that there is a benevolent universe landing you gracefully to your best possible landing, and that angels are everywhere, that whoever is in your sphere, whoever you meet, whoever's coming to you, they are angels, which doesn't mean they're always going to be lovely, cozy, sweet. It can be that they're shaking things up and helping you learn something. So what I feel this is really about in a very big way is you learning to step outside of taking people's opinions about you quite so personally. Because I feel as though you've gotten to a place where you have touched on a piece of you that needed to be healed, and that you've been able to scoop it up gently and bring it to the light and look at it. And that in the process of looking at that thing, being able to understand that thing about you and how you have in some ways given your power away to those people who would feed back positive messages to you, that you are now shifting that. You don't need to do that anymore. Now, of course, we say these things and they seem like, and this, and then that, and then that, and it sometimes happens organically over time and it's not always clear cut. Okay? But this is really what I'm getting for you. And you're getting also the who, why not, who says so card, which is very much for me the growing up place, the when we stand back and we say, why am I stopping myself from this? Why do I have this work ethic? Why do I not do it this way? I feel like the biggest state of growing for many of us is when we come to that place of realizing that there have been voices still playing in our head that have been sending us in a particular trajectory, and that, oh my gosh, they're just voices in my head. Who says that? Why is that a rule? Why did I take that on as a rule? And is it still a rule? Is it a law? Is it a rule? Can I change that? And that's where I feel like you're at. Now, and you're also getting positive triggers, which It's interesting. A lot of people are getting that lately. That positive triggers thing for me is really where we are conscientiously, deliberately doing the things we need to do to keep our energy higher. And why is that relevant? Why do we want to keep our energy higher? You know, it's important for everybody. I'm going to say I think it's even in some cases more important for the earth signs, because the earth signs have a tendency to have a much denser energy, not in a bad way. It's part of what makes us productive and be able to create things in tangible form. But the earth element has a lower vibrational frequency specifically for that reason, so it can create into form. And the reality of it is we embody emotions. And so it can be very easy for us to stay on the same track without even realize we're doing it, without even questioning it. And by raising our vibration, we notice where we can be stuck. And once we are stuck, by continuing to raise our frequency with positive triggers, it helps things move more quickly for us. So that would be the one thing I would say here is positive attitude for sure. Quantum leap of faith, why not? Who says so? Check out where your authority really is, where it's been, where it is now. And angels everywhere and positive triggers. And I would say that is probably where I want to leave it with you. Oh yeah, okay, last card, virtue. You are the one who decides what's right for you and what's not right for you. And I feel, Virgo, as though you may not be completely ready to decide on what shoes you're wearing, but I do believe you understand now the importance that both of your shoes match, that you have access to left and right brain, left and right body, that you operate from a more balanced perspective. You're not dancing on one foot all the time for other people. Okay? I leave you with that, Virgo. Take care.